So I came across a short from Resisting the Lies with the title, Of course he's from the Scottish Greens. And I have no idea who the individual is. And you know, you absolutely want to go into much more detail. I mean, I sense this is another one that's involved in spirituality and the New Age movement, etc. I don't know how many times I've said, for the love of God, if you're not up for reading, at least watch the two vids from the 80s, Gods of the New Age and the New Age movement, A Pathway to Paradise, question mark. Because seriously, so much of what I see, certainly in Scottish politics and a lot of the charities, I mean, other than Freemasonry, Eastern Star, OTO, Theosophy, etc., there is an awful lot of the New Age movement in these organisations, especially, you look at the councils, you look at the health service, you look at, honestly, the education system, you've got the same issues, yeah? But nobody seems to look at that. I mean, find people like, what was her name, Constance Cumby. She apparently wrote a book called, what was it? The Hidden Dangers of the Rainbow, yeah. But you could type that into YouTube, Constance Cumby. Well, worth your time watching. She is a Christian. That triggers most people. I didn't come away going, I believe, But I absolutely respect what this fine individual had done years ago to try and warn people of, she was was the first individual that I'd come across that had highlighted to me that book by Marlon Ferguson, The Aquarian Conspiracy, Personal and Social Transformation in the Modern Era. It used to be called in the 1980s, but I mean, it is one of these New Age Bibles, and that's why you keep hearing that transformational change. Honestly, spend a wee bit of time on Resisting the Lies channel, and you keep hearing it. Absolutely keep hearing it. Transformational change. Yeah? Seriously. Anyway, let me at the fair use play you the following.
I'm Q. I'm the diversity. I'm the Scottish Greens. I'm a lead candidate for the Scottish Greens in Edinburgh and East Lothian, but I'm not just here in my role as the politician to be. I'm also here as an artist. I'm a person of colour. I'm an immigrant and a trans person. So if I
Well, how many boxes do we need ticked? And honestly, for a start, trans, that's a dude. It's a guy. It's obviously a guy. Seriously.
I'm Q. I'm the diversity. I'm the Scottish Greens. I'm a lead candidate for the Scottish Greens in Edinburgh and East Lothian, but I'm not just here in my role as the politician to be. I'm also here as an artist. I'm a person of colour. I'm an immigrant and a trans person. So I find myself in a very interesting position. I'm here. I came to Scotland. I found my place here through culture in many ways. I founded the Scottish Tamil Arts Collective. I run a monthly music and poetry night, fundraising for Palestine.
Look, seriously, these people are highly motivated. Most of the population aren't. And I certainly don't recommend joining any groups or creating groups, because anything that's created is either created from the ground up, bought and paid for, or infiltrated by highly skilled infiltrators. Most people who don't, they just don't see them coming. I can't tell you how many times over the years people had said to me, you know what, Scott, we need to create this group, we need to do this and we need to do that. And I kept trying to tell people, look, historically they always get in there, they're the first to fucking help with smiles and all the rest of it, and things go south. Yeah? We need to be grown-ups about all this and start educating ourselves individually and not being led by the bloody nose. Seriously. But before I go, does anybody remember the film Office Space and Flair? Yeah? How many flares people had in this restaurant chain or whatever else, and if they didn't have enough flares, these various badges and whatever else on their attire, and then you go back to this, that Office Space, I haven't watched it in years, many years actually, but maybe I should. There's a lot more to that film, because when you watch it, even back then, it was literally telling you how much the in this instance, in relation to the film in the US, how bad things were getting even then. Yeah.
When I'm Q, I'm the diversity. I'm the I'm the Scottish Greens. I'm a lead candidate for the Scottish Greens in Edinburgh and East Lothian, but I'm not just here in my role as the politician to be. I'm also here as an artist. I'm a person of color. I'm an immigrant and a trans person. So I find myself in a very interesting position. I'm here. I came to Scotland. I found my place here through culture in many ways. I founded the Scottish Tamil Arts Collective. I run a monthly music and poetry night, fundraising for Palestine. If anything, I am the stereotype one.
Seriously, if you haven't watched Office Space, and I'll possibly watch it again, actually, I'm sure I've got somewhere on hard drive, but yeah, that was a very telling. Honestly, that was like a bit of an example of the externalization of the hierarchy. Like, you know, we're telling you things are breaking down over time, and you can relate to it and all the rest of it. You know, absolutely. Anyway, a thought or two from the comments section. A thumb up, a share, and if you haven't subscribed, please do, and I'll speak to you soon.